Hello, I will tell you an exciting story before we start. I hope you subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button. My name is Saheeb, a honeymoon, a word synonymous with romance, adventure, and the promise of a lifetime of love. It's a time for newlyweds to escape the ordinary, to bask in the afterglow of their wedding vows, and to create memories that will last a lifetime. But what happens when this cherished dream transforms into a horrifying nightmare? For some, the honeymoon becomes a tragic tale of love lost and innocence shattered. It's a stark reminder that even in the most idyllic settings, darkness can lurk, waiting to snatch away happiness and leave behind a trail of devastation. This is the story of Isabella and Louis, a couple whose honeymoon trip to the Bahamas took a sinister turn, plunging them into a real-life mystery that would forever alter their lives. Their story serves as a chilling reminder that evil can wear many masks, and sometimes the people we trust the most can harbor the darkest secrets. As we delve into the unsettling tale of Isabella and Louis, we'll uncover the twists and turns of their ill-fated honeymoon, exploring the emotional turmoil, the relentless search for answers, and the pursuit of justice in the face of unimaginable tragedy. Prepare to be captivated by a tale of love, loss, and the chilling realization that sometimes the most beautiful destinations can conceal the most sinister secrets. The honeymoon, once a symbol of hope and happiness, becomes a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the devastating consequences of unforeseen evil. Isabella, a vibrant and compassionate young woman with a contagious laugh and a heart full of dreams, had captured Louis's heart from the moment they met. Louis, a charming and ambitious man with a warm smile and a strong sense of adventure, was instantly smitten by Isabella's infectious energy and kind spirit. Their connection was undeniable, a whirlwind romance that quickly blossomed into a deep and unwavering love. Their courtship was a tapestry of romantic dinners, stolen kisses, and shared dreams of a future filled with love and laughter. They were a perfect match, complementing each other in ways that surprised and delighted them both. Isabella's free spirit balanced Louis's practicality, while his grounded nature provided a sense of security that allowed Isabella to soar. They were soulmates, destined to spend their lives together. The wedding was a fairy tale affair, a joyous celebration of their love witnessed by family and friends who marveled at the depth of their connection. As they exchanged vows, promising to love and cherish each other for eternity, their eyes sparkled with a shared joy that radiated throughout the room. The honeymoon, a trip to the breathtaking Bahamas, was the perfect culmination of their dream wedding, a chance to escape the world and bask in the bliss of their newfound union. The Bahamas, a chain of idyllic islands nestled in the turquoise waters of the Caribbean, beckoned Isabella and Louis with promises of sun-drenched beaches, crystal-clear waters, and luxurious resorts. It was the perfect honeymoon destination, a place where they could escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life and lose themselves in the tranquility of paradise. The moment they stepped off the plane, the warm Bahamian air enveloped them like a comforting embrace. The vibrant colors of the island, from the lush greenery to the pastel-colored buildings, painted a picture of tropical bliss. The gentle rhythm of the ocean waves crashing softly against the shore created a soothing soundtrack to their romantic getaway. They checked into their luxurious beachfront villa, a secluded haven with breathtaking views of the azure ocean. The villa was a sanctuary of comfort and elegance, featuring a private pool, a spacious deck, and every amenity imaginable. It was the perfect setting for their honeymoon, a place where they could relax, reconnect, and savor the magic of their love. As the days unfolded, a subtle shift began to creep into their idyllic honeymoon. Small, unsettling incidents started to chip away at the carefree atmosphere. A misplaced item here, a strange encounter there, whispers of unease that Isabella initially dismissed as her imagination running wild. One evening during a romantic dinner on the beach, Isabella noticed a man watching them from a distance. His gaze felt intrusive, unsettling, but when she pointed him out to Louis, he had vanished. Another day, while exploring a local market, Isabella felt a hand brush against her back, a fleeting touch that sent a shiver down her spine. She spun around, but the crowd was thick, and she couldn't pinpoint who had touched her. These incidents, though seemingly insignificant on their own, began to weave a tapestry of unease that cast a shadow over their honeymoon. Isabella tried to shake off the feeling, attributing it to the stress of the wedding, and the unfamiliarity of their surroundings. But deep down, a nagging sense of foreboding lingered, a whisper in the back of her mind that something wasn't quite right. One morning, Isabella awoke to find herself alone in their villa. Louis was nowhere to be found. His belongings were still there. His phone lay on the nightstand, but he had vanished without a trace. Panic seized Isabella's heart, a cold dread that sent chills down her spine. She searched the villa frantically, her mind racing with terrifying possibilities. She contacted the resort staff, but they had no record of Louis leaving the premises. She called his phone repeatedly, but it went straight to voicemail. As hours turned into an agonizing day, Isabella's fear intensified. The unanswered questions echoed in her mind, amplifying the growing sense of dread that something terrible had happened. Where could he be? Had he gone for a walk and gotten lost? Had he met with foul play? The uncertainty was unbearable, a torment that gnawed at her sanity. As darkness descended, casting long shadows across the once idyllic island, Isabella's hope began to dwindle. The honeymoon, once a symbol of love and happiness, had transformed into a terrifying mystery, a desperate search for her missing husband. News of Louis's disappearance spread like wildfire, reaching his family and friends back home. Their world was shattered, their joy replaced with agonizing worry. They rallied together, their collective grief fueling a desperate search for answers. Isabella's parents flew to the Bahamas to support their daughter, their hearts breaking at the sight of her anguish. Together, they contacted local authorities, pleaded with the resort staff, and organized search parties, determined to leave no stone unturned. Flyers with Louis's picture were posted everywhere, desperate pleas for information echoing through the streets. Days turned into weeks, and still, there was no sign of Louis. The investigation seemed to be hitting dead ends, the lack of progress fueling their despair. Isabella, consumed by grief and worry, refused to give up hope. She clung to the belief that Louis was still alive, that somehow he would find his way back to her. The local police, initially dismissive of Louis's disappearance as a case of a wandering tourist, began to take the matter more seriously as days turned into weeks with no leads. The investigation intensified, with detectives meticulously combing through every detail, every clue, hoping to find a thread that would lead them to Louis. They interviewed resort staff, tourists, and locals, piecing together a timeline of Louis's last known movements. They examined security footage, searching for any sign of him leaving the resort or any suspicious activity. They scoured the beachfront, the surrounding areas, and even ventured into the denser parts of the island, hoping to find any trace of him. As the investigation progressed, suspicions began to arise. The man Isabella had seen watching them on the beach, the fleeting touch in the market, the unsettling feeling that something was amiss. All these seemingly insignificant details now took on a sinister significance. The investigation was no longer just about finding a missing tourist. It was about uncovering a potential crime, a mystery shrouded in secrecy and shadowed by the possibility of foul play. The breakthrough in the case came from an unexpected source, a local fisherman who reported finding a waterproof bag washed ashore containing Louis's passport, wallet, and phone. The discovery sent shockwaves through the investigation, confirming their worst fears. Louis's disappearance was not an accident. Forensic analysis of the bag and its contents revealed traces of blood, not belonging to Louis, indicating a struggle. Further investigation led detectives to a secluded cove where they discovered signs of a disturbance, bloodstains on the rocks, and drag marks leading to the edge of the water. The gruesome discovery confirmed their suspicions. Louis had been murdered. The investigation now focused on identifying the perpetrator and uncovering the motive behind the heinous crime. The idyllic honeymoon destination had become a crime scene, the paradise now tainted by violence and deceit. The search for Louis had transformed into a quest for justice, a relentless pursuit of the truth that lay hidden beneath the surface of paradise. The investigation eventually led to the arrest of a local man, a disgruntled former employee of the resort, who had a history of violence and had been seen lurking near the villa in the days leading up to Louis's disappearance. Evidence linking him to the crime was overwhelming, including DNA matches and witness testimonies. The trial was a grueling process, a roller coaster of emotions for Isabella and Lewis's family, reliving the trauma of his loss while facing the man accused of taking him from them. The defense attempted to cast doubt on the evidence, but the prosecution presented a compelling case, highlighting the meticulous investigation and the overwhelming evidence against the accused. The jury ultimately found the man guilty of murder, bringing a sense of closure to the long and arduous legal battle. However, the victory was bittersweet, a hollow triumph in the face of their immeasurable loss. Justice had been served, but it couldn't erase the pain, the emptiness, the void left by Lewis's absence. The honeymoon, once a symbol of love and hope, had been shattered, leaving behind a legacy of grief, trauma, and a profound sense of loss. Isabella, forever scarred by the ordeal, faced the daunting task of rebuilding her life without the man she loved. The case had a ripple effect, casting a dark shadow over the idyllic Bahamas, raising questions about safety and security in paradise. It served as a stark reminder that evil can lurk even in the most beautiful corners of the world, shattering the illusion of tranquility and reminding us that no one is truly immune to the darkness that can reside in the human heart. The unsettling tale of Isabella and Lewis's honeymoon horror serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that even in the pursuit of happiness, we must remain vigilant, aware of our surroundings, and trusting our instincts when something feels amiss. It highlights the importance of cherishing our loved ones, for life is precious and can be snatched away in an instant, leaving behind an unfillable void.